Right, it's the second of third video covering all of this Summoner Camp Malark. Now, with this, some people are going to be happy with the rewards, or happy with the store, happy with the stuff that's on there, and other people are not, right? This is something I've seen in the comment section, this is what I've seen like elsewhere, forums, blah, 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 blah. There's going to be stuff that are going to tick some boxes of players and not tick boxes for players, depending on their progression. Let's face it, being Thronebreaker, being Paragon, sort of being Cavalier is going to give you some relatively good stuff. Just going to do like a quick comparison with last year versus this year, and also value. Value was always down to like whether or not you feel like these are kind of it's worth investing any kind of money into this. That's down to you. Okay, but just to kind of throw something out there is that for the cost of getting a, and we did this a moment ago actually, the briefcase, the unit briefcase, which gets 850 units, and then if you add on the Peter Parker wallet, you get 985 units for the same value as what you get 1,170 of the units from the kind of current events. Last year it was 1170, and this year it is indeed the same, which is on one of the spreadsheets you can check out in the link in the description. But yeah, you get after 3 events 1170. So there is some value there in that you gain, yes, just under 200 units. But look, that's still a saving if you're looking to compare any kind of value, and then you'll get access to, you know, the resort and the Regal store and stuff like that. But that's always down like to you. I'm not personally going to be spending on any of it. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, last year it was $9.99. This year it's kind of like it's gone up a lot for the particular event, and meta of rewards shift. Purchases shift when it comes to like value and thing, and a lot of things have devalued, which I'm going to talk about in another video about like how Kabam have devalued the tier 6 basic, and also tier 3 alpha, but again that's another story for another day. Looking at the rewards for the Happy Camper and the Regal Resort, that's going to be the main thing, the main topic point. When it comes to like Thronebreaker player and upwards, yes, you could say that you get the better of the situation and the rewards, but comparing the last year from a non-spending standpoint, you were able to get, from a spending standpoint, you were able to get close to, I think it was like 15k 6-star shards, maybe a little bit over than that one. And this year, if you're non-spending, you only get to get 2, and if you were non-spending, you were able to get I think it was 6,400 shards. This time around it's a bit more, in that will kind of like push you close to I think it's just about that, to be honest, just under that 7,000 mark. So it's like, I think it's exactly the same with there. The only difference is you get tier 3 alpha volume, but the disappointing side of things is that this is going to be reflected more in the Regal Resort, where that 1,800 is 4,275 with tier 6 basic fragments. So if you are spending, you do get a lot more of volume for that. So that's important. And as I said, like if you're a Thronebreaker to spending it is the eye of the beholder as to the value you get back of it. You will, if you spend, get better stuff if you're Thronebreaker and upwards. From a Cavalier standpoint, and I've put in the spreadsheet, which is again link in the description, there's a tab which is the store, and that kind of gives that info that's important. It also gives the store for various different types of progression. And you can really see, like, when you go down to Cavalier level, which we're kind of focused on at the moment, that's kind of the thing here, because that Thronebreaker, in my personal opinion, I like the Thronebreaker deals. I think they're good. If they're the Paragon, I think Paragon's the same as Thronebreaker, so it's like, look, it's still a good deal, especially if you're not. I mean, it's not. I say deal, it's free. That's the great thing about it. It's free. But look, if you're Cavalier, you're seeing stuff like tier 1 alphas, tier 5 basic fragments, tier 4 basic catalyst fragments again, tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal, which could be important. It could be like that what catapults you to Thronebreaker if you've done all the requirements to be Thronebreaker. 6-star signature stones as a Cavalier player. Don't normally see that, to be honest, or any kind of like volume, and there's not a huge amount. You only get 2. 5 5-star signature stones. Yeah, 15 5-star signature stones, 1 tier 2 alpha, 5-star shards times 5,000, which you can purchase 3 times, by the way. And all this you can purchase multiple times. And then 6-star shards 3 times 2,250. I think that's the same for Thronebreaker. So there's some good things and bad things with that. It just depends on where you are with the game of what you want to achieve from it. Very rare though to see that as an uncollected player you'll be able to, as an uncollected, get 3,000 6-star shards, because you go right to the end, you do multiple purchases of this and everything's numbered. So something that I'll be updating the spreadsheet with is a little thing saying like, look, this is numbered. And also there's another section which is something that I saw Cam put, which is you get to buy all the items numbered. Non-Deadpool tokens cost if you fully complete the event. So you get to buy all the items with a numbered non-Deadpool token cost if you fully complete the quest. So that I think is important for an exploration standpoint, and I would say that it's probably best to kind of like buy all the more expensive ones first and take it from there. I'm going to do like a third video which kind of looks into this topic a bit more, but because there'll be that to explain and kind of go over, but also some of the best purchases with the greater of the Hexa badges, and also the platinum Hexa badges. So non-spending and spending and kind of combined type video to go over. And that's something I do want to talk about right here, because it might be a case of going, for me, I'm looking at going, oh well, first of all, this is for free. We're sort of come back to that. This is for free. And I'm looking at going like, oh well, there's not a large amount of 6-star shards, especially in the kind of the lower end. But then this is all about choice. The good side and bad side is, the good side is you get choice. The bad side is you get a very limited choice as to what will be the best thing to do. Like for me, I'm looking at the situation and going, okay, well, what do I need? Do I want to take an RNG shot in the dark and go for the 6-star dual class crystals? I don't know. That could be something. Do I need any more tier 5 class catalysts? I don't know. It takes absolutely ages to get the gold, and once I've used all the gold to rank 3 or rank 4 champion, it's all but gone again. So that may not be a good opportunity. Super fabulous crystals, given a chance to get units back, and it could be a case you buy 3 of those and that's all your greatest gone, and you could pick up a large chunk of units. Could be an option if any unit deals come back. Could be a further option to prepare for things like Cyber Weekend deals. So that could be a really good kind of idea of purchase. Again, we'll want to further explore this in future like a future video as to like value, but that's going to be what the next video, which is going to be about top buys or top purchases or best purchases in this particular store, and also an accompanying spreadsheet tab will be created for that in the spreadsheet, which is kind of like a big one-stop shop for this particular event. And there's also these kind of like special bundles that appear. I'm like, oh, what's these special bundles about? And it's like Mythic Nexus Awakening Gem bundle. And depending on that, like I can't remember if that's an uncollected type emblem, but that's relatively good, especially if you're looking to focus any champion. You get in the Happy Camper one, where for some reason that's weird. Whilst I'm recording the video, they're all gone. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone awry, and they're back. Good. Okay. So you may want to kind of look towards the Mythic Awakening Gem Crystal bundle. That could be an interesting purchase for some players. But again, like value. Let's talk about the rewards and value and things. The difference is like when it comes to the spending side of things, and there is value there, but at the same time, there's a bit of a difference for the players that are spending and non-spending, because they get access to things like the Nexuses and dual class Nexuses. When it comes to like comparative things with the other players, so I'll just go into the store right here, because it's important to kind of like go down and have a look at these particular spreadsheets. Let's just throw this one across, and also need to zoom in a tad. Is that there's a big difference in what players have an opportunity to go and grab. Especially like uncollected, I've got they got a 5-star Awakened Gem Crystal that can be relatively helpful. But also fabulous crystals, that's good. Uncollected get a chance at that. And again, this may be something that uncollected players may be like, right, well, I want to be Cavalier. I've done this, I've done that, but maybe I want to grab some more stuff, grab some more units. So you may kind of like look towards that. Shame that the 50% tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal is Thronebreaker, but these things do happen. For Cavalier, though, you know, you do get access to the 5,000 6-star shard one, so that's relatively, you know, good. But I say when it comes down low, it's a bit of a problem. But then if you spend, you do get access to similar things again. That's weird that you do that for kind of like spending. So spending doesn't really help Cavalier that much. And I thought after what was really helpful, if you're a Cavalier player at July 4th deals and you got some of the stuff that was there, that was like massive. They really catapulted Cavalier players all of a sudden, compared with kind of like Thronebreaker, which had to spend a lot more units in order to achieve what they needed to achieve. But in any case, there is definitely like a rewards improvement, especially if you kind of like compare against last year. And I had to dig up my old spreadsheet to see. There's further amounts of full energy refills. There's by 1 full energy refill addition, because there's 8 last year. There's 9 this year. Small energies, that's the same. That's the same. It's 9. The same. It's 9. And yeah, so it's relatively the same, to be brutally honest, except for kind of like how the token systems work, was a little bit different, and also the way that they kind of structured the the token system to spend and what you get back from it. So I think there's been like a little buff from it, especially compared with last year, but I don't think it's been super substantial. But in any case, as I said, this is free stuff. Little buffs are little buffs. The gold totals 500k last year, and what are we on? What are we on now? That's something like 840k of that. So that's nice. It's a nice addition to it. Especially, well, it had to change because like cost to level up and rank up is so much more nowadays. But in any case, it looks like there's been some improvement in the rewards. There's definitely more options, especially those that are kind of Thronebreaker and onwards. I don't know if there's kind of like value is always down to the eye of the beholder. Slightly not too much value than last year, but meta shifts are meta shifts, and it had to kind of go up by a slight. I don't know, thoughts in the comment section about the rewards and rewards, you know, totals. As I said, not too much change in last year, but certainly interesting. Check out the spreadsheet. It also, you know, showcases that if you are indeed a spender, you get double the amount. Also, you get the lovely little objectives. I would say as well that I think it's like for Cavalier players, you're if you are spending, it's kind of like, it's not a huge, no, it is good actually. If you're a Cavalier, you get the objective, so that's good. That's actually not too bad to get the objective for the length of time, because what's that? That's going to be 30. Is it 30 days per thing? So it's like 30 times that's 3,300. Yeah, 3,000 for that's 9,000 additional shards if you are getting that. So that's actually not too bad. I can't remember. I think it's the same as it was last year, but it's good that Kabam did Cavalier and upwards, as opposed to it just being about, you know, Thronebreaker or whatever. So yeah, not too bad. That kind of tips it a little bit more interesting on the value side of things. But thoughts in the comment section about that one, and I will see you in the next video, which will be about some of the best buys in the store.